Nesters! Today I am sharing with you a Goodwill thrift with me. I went to a smaller Goodwill that's in my area. I have two, and this one is super tiny. Now, it's kind of hard to shop there because they really stack stuff and pile it in there. It's really kind of unorganized, so you really have to rummage through everything. But I do find some cool items there, so, I feel like it's worth the trip, even though it's a little bit of a pain to shop. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what's at the store. They had a lot of interesting glassware today at this Goodwill. Lots of animals on the glassware today. I thought these are really fun. Fun fact, I used to collect this brown top stoneware stuff. I decluttered it a couple years ago, but I used to have quite a large collection. It's not that great of a seller. I've been seeing a lot of this style plate at thrift shops lately, with different images of course, but they're like little collector's plates and they usually have some kind of story or something on the back of it. I'm interested. Let me know if you guys are into those kind of things because I'm never quite sure if I should pick those up, if anyone would want to buy them. This bowl is absolutely gorgeous. I love how it has that watercoloring effect. When I first did my antique booth, I would pick up some of this false graph because, I heard it was a good seller, a good thing to get, but it never sold well for me, so I don't grab it anymore unless I can get it for super cheap. That false graph was the Yorktown pattern, if you guys were wondering. I actually really did like this. I passed on it because there was some weird writing and drawings on the side of it. If that white stuff wasn't there, I probably would have grabbed it. I love how this transferware always looks. I really like this red one. Usually I come across the blue and the green. The blue mostly, but that red was really pretty. It's always hard to see stuff that's buried underneath, but I just saw this bright color peeking out from underneath, and look how gorgeous this platter is with a peacock on it. I absolutely love this. So I spied these little cacti drinking glass here in the back, and I thought these are really fun. I happened to notice there was one more down here, and then I saw this mess of glass that was all knocked over in the back, and I was having such an anxiety attack trying to figure out how to get it out without breaking everything. Victory was mine. Whenever I see a thicker piece of glass, I'm always having to tap it like that. It's just a habit, I guess, just to see if it's crystal, and I'm not exactly sure if I know the right sound. I know it's supposed to be kind of like a ping, but yeah, I don't know if I've ever actually heard it before. Barware like this does well in my antique booth, so I'm always looking out for items like this for a good price. It kind of goes well in my man cave section in my booth. I found something that's every thrifter's worst nightmare. Someone donated their poop. I found another glass that went with that set at the beginning that was hiding up here on the shelf. Now these I thought were absolutely gorgeous, and I'm assuming someone else thought so as well, as they weren't in the knickknack section, which I believe they would have been, but they were absolutely covered in thick dust. Look at all the crevices that you would have to clean to get this thing even remotely nice to resell. Now, that would have took me until my 3-year-old was, you know, graduated college to get clean, so I put those right back down. I looked over the glassware again, and I was too distracted by the poop before. I kind of just pushed these off to the side, and I actually really like these blue glasses. Those are nice. I found these cute little, I think they're Hummels, like supposed to be like Hummel images, and I thought they were really precious, but then I saw the price on the back, and I didn't think that was so precious, so I put that back down. This must be some kind of golf humor because I don't really get it. It's a cute little cross stitch though. Since this Goodwill is a lot smaller, their picture section is really tiny and they really super cram this stuff in there. And I'm always kind of afraid to go through it, so yeah, I don't often because I'm so afraid of breaking something. Sorry guys, I just had to. I couldn't resist the music for that. I found this really neat fondue pot here, but it was missing the handle. I looked all through the bag. I couldn't see the handle in it, and I was super bummed because I would have picked that up, but I figured it probably wasn't that great, you know, without the handle. I bet this came from the same house as that glass jar I found. I've never heard of this before. Let me know if you guys know what a hot pot is. I guess you plug it in. It's like electrical, and what is it for? Do you cook stuff in it, or is it for coffee? I don't know. It has a cute flower in it though. So this Goodwill is smaller, but I feel like this section wasn't that full, and it shouldn't really have been as messy as it is. I think they really need to work on their organizing skills, whoever's putting this stuff out. I haven't really picked up these wilting cake pans before. I'm sure there's some good money to be had, you know, depending on the subject matter, but I haven't really looked into it too much. These cast iron molds are pretty neat, but they wanted like 15 bucks for this thing. That doesn't leave me much room to make money. I spied the cutest little rose trivet in the back there, and you guys, I set it down because I was still looking in the area, and I forgot to grab it. I totally wanted this for myself. I was going to put it in my kitchen. They had even more false graft on the end here. This is the village pattern. These little chip and dip or soup and cracker bowl things are haunting me. I've been seeing those everywhere lately. The Easter stuff at my local thrift stores have been really slim pickings, very kind of cheesy, junky stuff. I don't come across vintage Easter at the thrift stores very often. Some nice owls here. The brown one was kind of neat, but it had some weird holes in it. I mean, some kind of planter, but I didn't quite understand it. What do you guys think about this dried pressed flower art? I think it's kind of neat. Now I almost got these little vintage hanky napkins, but there was a stain on it and I kind of just don't want to deal with that. I had some of you guys in my last thrift from me say that you like the snowmen, so I promised I'd show you them if I found any more. What do you guys think about these stocking holders? They kind of scare me. I always think that once you put the stocking in, you know, put the stuff in the stocking, that they're just gonna like fall. And I have little kids, so, you know, they'd probably just yank on them anyways. They'd have to put them up quite high. I spied this in the back there, thought it looked vintage and older, thought it was pretty neat. I didn't know what it was, but it's from Boston Public Garden, I guess, and it said like 2003 on the bottom, so not that old at all. Do you see what a giant mess this Goodwill is? I hate this. I prefer my bigger one that I usually go to, but this one has some cool stuff sometimes. I love it when people call their children's dogs their grand dogs. I think that's super cute. The dolphins remind me of Lisa Frank's school supplies from the 90s. Super cute. This is kind of a fun piece. At first I thought it was hand painted, but I noticed the Ames sticker on the bottom. Ames is a store we used to have in our area when I was a kid. We haven't had it for like, I don't know, a good 15 years or so. Anything floral always grabs my attention. I like to pick up these little nursery planters and resell them in my antique booth. I actually have a small collection myself. I'm not really a Mickey and Minnie person, but I thought this trivet here was really cute. I actually prefer Donald Duck. I think he's a pretty funny guy. I spied these here, and I just absolutely love these. I think they are cattails. I'm not quite sure. I don't really like picking up ashtrays. It's not, you know, something I'm into. But I do like Americana kind of, you know, state decor, so I thought this was pretty neat. I could see something that looked kind of old underneath this tin here, so I was curious what it might be. It was this really pretty yellow color, and then I turn it over, it's brown. So it looks like it was some kind of a sprinkler back in the day. It looks quite old. I do try to take a second look around real quick to see if there's anything I missed, because there always is. You don't see everything. It's a lot to take in. And there's that pressed flower I set right there, so I was right beside this. This is going to be a wonderful item for my antique booth. I was trying to figure out what this owl was all about here. It slides off, and then there's like another like wooden thing in the bottom, and you can pull that up, and there's like a storage spot in there, but also on the bottom there's like a hollowed out spot, so I don't really understand what this is exactly. Always find the uniquest things at thrift stores. I thought this was the cutest little yard sign. There was a spot on the top where you could put a flag. And I thought about buying it. In hindsight, I probably should because the Smiths, that's such a, you know, common name. So I probably would have sold it pretty easily. I was trying to look through the craft section and I spied this cute little Bambi cross-stitch kit, I guess, and it's for a like birth record. It was hiding underneath there. It doesn't look used at all, and I just thought it was really precious. It just reminded me about it's almost springtime, and you know these guys are about to get Twitter pated, right? Now that I sell on Etsy, I'm trying to do better about looking through the craft stuff because you can sell craft supplies on there. I found this really neat Halloween, I guess it's a hook rug or something like that, but they wanted $8 for it. I thought that was pretty expensive considering it's not completely, you know, a sure deal that it's all there. So I decided to pass on it. If it goes cheaper, I might get it. So what did you guys think? Did you see anything you would have picked up? Let me know in the comments below. And be sure that you're subscribed so you see the thrift haul to this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one, guys. Bye.